Hello everyone, my name is Michael, also known as Sharky, and I'd like to welcome you to the brand new game presented by Kyoudai Academy, which is Kyoudai Snake Arena. In this video, we're going to be going into what the game is, how to play it, and maybe even some strategies that might be able to allow you to be a little bit more successful in your snake gaming. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started. So we are going to be going over how to play as well as discuss what the different colored boxes do and go on how to place walls. But first, if you don't know what Snakes is, let me just give you just a quick rundown. Snakes is a game that originated in 1976, and the concept is that you controlled a little worm-like creature or a snake, and you would consume these dots. In modern iterations, those dots would later become fruit, but you would consume these dots. When you consume these dots, your snake would grow larger, and you keep consuming and you would, continue to grow larger. However, with the more they consume, the more difficult it is to maneuver, because if you run into your own body, your snake will die, or if you run into the wall, your snake will die. And so the Kyoudai Snake Arena takes that principle and adds a kind of battle royale free-for-all kind of spin to it, as well as a bunch of other unique mechanics that we are going to be diving into later on here in this kind of tutorial presentation. So first things first, let's go ahead and start talking about the Kyoudai Snake Arena. Now in the Kyoudai Snake Arena, you as a snake, you're going to spawn on the outer side of the arena. So you're going to spawn in the outer side, either facing up and down if you happen to spawn on the left or right, or facing left or right if you happen to spawn on the top or bottom. You're never going to spawn in the middle. You're always going to spawn on the outside, and therefore you're going to have to work your way inside in order to grow bigger and to kind of get into the action. Now there's going to be 4 different types of boxes that you can consume. These 4 different boxes are your red, green, yellow, and blue box. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into them step by step so you know what they are and how they can impact your gameplay. So starting off with the first one, we have the red one. The red one is going to be by far the most common block that you're going to run into, and it only serves the purpose as giving you 1 score, which will increase your body length by 1. Is going to be all around the arena, so you'll be able to start building up your body length by collecting them. Now we're going to start getting into our more special blocks, which I guess you can call them power-up blocks. So starting up with our first power-up block, you have the green block. Now the green block does a similar function to the red one, except it gives you 5 score, which will translate to increasing your snake's length by 5. These power-ups do show up rather frequently, but nowhere near as frequent as the red block. Now for your next block, you have the yellow block. Yellow block is very rare, however it is rare for a reason. When you consume the yellow block, it will give you 25 score, or increase your snake's body length by 25. So if you do have a chance to go, and if you see a yellow block, it is definitely in your best interest to go for it. However, you obviously want to be careful for other things, especially with players placing walls, which we will discuss later on in the video. And last but not least, I think the most unique power-up block, which would be the blue one. The blue one allows you to swap bodies and positions with another player. So for example, let's say that I was controlling a snake that was 15 in length, and there was another opposing snake that was, I don't know, like 35 in length. If I run into a blue block, then my position and my body would get swapped with the 35. So now I'm the one that has the 35 length snake, while the opponent that I just swapped with now has my 15 body snake. Now you do got to be careful with this, is because you also continue the momentum of whoever you swap with. So if you swap with someone that is heading into a wall, you could end up killing yourself because you yourself was headed into a wall as well. So now that that's been discussed, obviously the strategy is you want to definitely get these power-ups when you see fit, especially those yellow and those green ones, and blue ones just add a little bit of chaos, being able to swap player position and body. You can't just swap positions with a player, you also swap bodies. So if you are a long snake and you use the swap box, then you are going to also swap body, so then you'll become a shorter snake, or potentially a longer snake if there is someone that is larger. So now that that has been done, how do you go about moving your snake? This is something, you know, very simple, very basic. The snakes works by using the arrow keys up, down, left, right. That's all there is to it. Now, we're going to talk about the wall mechanic and how you can place and remove walls. This is going to be very important because all people, as soon as, you know, especially after watching this video, they're going to be able to place walls in your path, which can create for some very strategic play. So the way you would place a wall is you would left click on any open square in the arena. By left clicking, you will create a little gray block where if a player runs into it, that will equate to them running into a wall. Now, this does not count as you killing the player, so you're not going to gain their snake body. So do keep that in mind. But a player will run into a wall that you place. So, and like I said, you use left click to do that. Well, how do you remove walls? Because if there's a way to place walls, then there's got to be a way to remove them. Well, the way you would remove walls is by clicking on an existing wall. Now, you can't remove walls on the outer perimeter, but you can remove any wall that has been placed. And so, with that being said, you can use all of this combined and have some pretty creative strategies. So, for example, let's say that you see that a yellow block is spawned, and there is a player heading to a yellow block because, like I said earlier, yellow blocks are valuable. As soon as they're getting close, you can place a wall somewhere in the vicinity of the yellow block and kind of deter them to either go around it, or you can just straight out, you know, kill them, allowing a greater opportunity for you to consume that yellow block and increase your snake length. But overall, I think that is going to do for the tutorial. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I hope it makes you hyped for a lot of stuff that is to come, especially as this game receives updates. Anyways, once again, my name is Michael, also known as Sharky, and I look forward to seeing you all hopefully more on this channel. Have a great day.